Hi everyone, Stephanie, aka French Nygma for Pretty Body Wrestling and Last Word on Sports. I am more than delighted to bring you today the youngest signee, the youngest in charge, the moment maker, the history maker, the youngest champion ever, Mr. Leon Slater. How are you, Leon?
I'm very good, Steph. Thank you. I'm glad to be talking to you again.
Oh, me too. I remember 10 months ago we were talking about
It was 10
you
months.
just had you had this
Wow,
match
long
against
time.
people. You had this match against people, and you were wishing when you would become X Division champion, etc., etc. And I took the time before Slammiversary to write something on you, to explain to people that this guy is not like me. 10 months ago, I talked to him, and look at what he has done so far. And I wanted to
Yeah, that's
explain to
super cool.
people that what you have accomplished is insane. And
Thank you.
I remember that time in October. Yeah, we are talking about the RDs. Look what you are doing now with the RDs and all these things. That's insane. And before I start the interview, I have to say I was really. I said it was a masterpiece of a match, and I believe it. And honestly, there was a tear, yeah, because
Ah,
really,
Steph, no way. Thank you so
I
much.
love wrestling. I love that.
Thank
I
you
love
so much, Steph. That really
cool
does mean a lot.
wrestling.
Thank you.
And I've been a fan for a very, 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 very long time. So really, that's good. So it was a month ago. Slammiversary was a month ago.
Hmm.
Have you had the time to process everything and to um go down to earth and feel like, oh, uh, so many things have happened. I'm the X Division champion, and then it just dies, and all these things. Are you able now to process what happened that night?
So it's getting easier and easier as the days and the weeks and obviously the months go by, but I still don't think it feels real. Like it's such a surreal thing, and it's and like again, like we spoke about kind of 10 months ago, like it's been a goal of mine since I've been like a little kid, you know what I mean? So now it's finally here. It still feels not real, you know what I mean? And since Summerversary, it's not like I've just been at home. Like we've been busy with TNA. I've been traveling. I've just had my first defense on pay-per-view or PLE or however you want to call it against Cedric Alexander. I've had a defense on TV with in a triple threat with Cedric and Jason Hotch. I've been teaming with the Hardys, so it's been a really busy time. But like you said, I really am trying to keep my feet on the ground as much as my head goes in the clouds. I'm trying to keep my feet down there on the floor, and kind of remember what got me here. You know what I'm saying? So although it feels unreal sometimes. I'm definitely getting a little bit more used to it now for sure.
Yeah, because at the same time, it's also a lot of pressure in some ways. You, this title is like a big target here, like, hey, he's the guy to beat now. So, do you also feel that little pressure of being a good champion?
Absolutely. It's especially with a title like the X Division title, where it's had such a legendary history and a legendary lineage. People like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Amazing Red. Um, some of the greatest wrestlers of all time have held this belt, you know what I mean? So not only am I in a position now where it's okay, let's send this kid out and see if he can have a good match, you know what I mean? Now we're turning this kid into our champion and we need him to have a good match. It's not just seeing if I can deliver. I'm being expected to deliver now, which is I've noticed has been the difference. You know what I mean? But I'm working every day. I'm in the gym. I'm in the ring training. I'm working on my promos. I'm working on every aspect of my game to make sure I'm ready and I'm more than able to deliver as X Division champion for sure.
Oh, of course. Um, it was a very special night. uh, beating a record, having a match against Moose, who is
Hmm.
a legend.
Absolutely,
That's the other
absolutely.
word. I love the guy. Um, it just ties the cherry on the cake. Absolutely. Were you aware that Amazing Red was in the audience watching you?
So I actually
The
had no
man that
clue.
you were about to beat the record was there and was in some way acknowledging the fact that this record would fall. And I saw on Twitter he was there, and I thought, wow, what it's a beautiful thing. Were you aware it was there?
No, I actually wasn't. It was one of these crazy things where, like, obviously I've been aiming to break Red's record. And I think I'd only met Red maybe once, if at all, up until that point. And it wasn't until like on the day where I was walking backstage, like saying hello to everyone. And I saw Red, which obviously, like, as soon as I saw him, it made a bunch of sense. Like, there's a possibility of his record to be broken. We're in New York, which is obviously his city.
Absolutely.
Santana was challenging for the world title, which is obviously someone that Red's had a super close relationship with, them both coming from New York, you know what I mean? So when I saw Red, it definitely made a bunch of sense. But before I saw him, I had no clue. And like I was kind of hoping that he would be there. And I was like the whole journey up to winning the X Division title, I was hoping that I'd have a chance to meet Red, speak to Red, have a match with Red, you know what I mean? I was just hoping for some type of interaction, but I feel like the way it happened was the most perfect way that it could have happened. Like I saw him back there behind the curtain and I couldn't say anything but thank you for laying the foundation. Thank you for doing everything you did for this company, for me growing up as a kid, for this title. And I said to him, I hope I can do this record justice, and make you proud. um and after the match, I actually again got a chance to talk with him, and he was saying that I did a good job, which meant the world to me. You know what I mean? As a legend like he is, taking the time out not only to speak to me, and kind of have that time of day for me, but it would be super easy for him, I think, to be sour about it. You know what I mean? Like he's had this record for nearly 25 years, you know what I mean? And then this kid from the UK is coming in and breaking it without ever meeting him or speaking to him or whatever. So it would have been super easy for him to be a little bit side eye, a little bit pushing me off to the side, you know what I mean? And I don't think anyone would have blamed him, but he was super gracious. He was super cool, super kind to me. So honestly, I don't have enough good things to say about Amazing Red. He is amazing.
Someone who invented something like the code red for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's legendary.
That is the goat. Um, I want to come back to Moose because,
Hmm.
of course, we all see AJ Styles and all the things he said. I couldn't watch live because I was working the day after, so I couldn't come to work like that. You know the timeline. You're from UK, and the
Of
shows are
course, yeah.
1 a.m.,
Super late.
2 a.m., and huge. Moose is not like anybody else. And
No.
I started writing on wrestling. He was there. Rosemary was there. Eddie Edwards was there. And it's like we are, you know, I say they are my peers, my peers. And he has been an amazing exhibition champion. Can't say anything else.
Absolutely.
Where you was it easy to come to this match? Knowing Moose is not like any other wrestler. He's strong, he's agile, he's I won't say that. You can expect everything from him,
Hmm.
everything. And where you how do you come to that? How did you come to the match? Knowing that Moose was not going to be the usual X Division kind of wrestler.
For sure, for sure. So like Moose, like you said, is an absolute freak. Like he can do everything that I can do, but he's 6'5", 250, you know what I mean? Which is ridiculous. Humans like Moose should not exist. It should be illegal. Um, but having said that, um, I got excited by the concept of Moose, you know what I mean? Because not only can he kind of match me in speed like a typical X Division guy could, he can outdo me in power, which opens up a whole nother book of tricks. You know what I'm saying? He's got that size advantage, which again is a whole nother book of tricks. And like you said, he's been in TNA for I want to say nearly a decade now. It's got to be close to 10 years, you know. So not only is he
Oh,
a
nine,
freak athlete, not
oh,
only
nine,
yeah, 9 years. Exactly.
2016.
So yeah, close. Exactly. So closing in on 10 years now. So not only is he a freak athlete, not only was he, I think he's one of the longest reigning X Division champions ever. He is a guy that's been in this company for nearly a decade, you know, he's a legend. So it was a super exciting concept for me to not only walk into Slammiversary against anyone, but to walk into Slammiversary against a guy like Moose, you know. And again, I'm super thankful for the champion that Moose was, because if Moose wasn't the champion that he was, my win over him wouldn't have meant what it did. And I think with Moose's title reign, a lot of people kind of passed it off as like, oh, he's not like a real X Division wrestler. He's not what the X Division is about. When the tagline of the X Division the entire time it's existed has been, it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. And if there's anyone that kind of encapsulates what no limits mean to me, it's someone that's 6'5", 250, can do a moonsault, can do a Spanish fly, can hop up the ropes and do a crossbody, can power bomb you through the floor, can spear you out your boots. That sounds like no limits to me. So I think that Moose was an extraordinary X Division champion, and he's definitely left me a big job to fill those shoes.
And at the same time, for everything that he said before we come to Slammiversary, when he grabbed the belt of the hands of Carlos Silva and he put it around your waist, I thought that's the man I love. That's the Moose I love. And
Yeah.
I've been a fan of, and I love to ride on because were you expecting that move?
Absolutely not. No, I'll be honest. I think you kind of see it in my face when I reach from the belt from Carlos. It's like genuine shock because I had no clue what he was about to do. You know, obviously Moose has been kind of on the darker side of the roster for a couple of years now. He's been on that kind of bad guy run. So I didn't know if he was going to hit me with the belt or steal it and run away, or what he was going to do, right? But once he kind of turned me around and he started strapping that belt around my waist, I realized what was going on, and it was, I think, not only a cool moment for me, but a cool moment for Moose as well, to where he almost, again, like I said, he almost had to become that final boss, that end game type of villain to make someone step up to that level. You know what I mean? And at Slammiversary, I feel like I did. And I think that was kind of the his time to be like, okay, my job as this kind of final boss, this huge villain, is done. I can show respect now. I can pass the X Division on. Now it's in safe hands. And obviously, we've just seen him go up against Trick Williams and try and capture that world title back. And Moose is going on to bigger and bigger things always. You know what I mean? So that moment was big for me. I'd like to say it was big for Moose, and I think it was a real cool moment for everyone watching as well.
I watched Slammiversary fade to black,
Hmm.
and it was cool to see everyone backstage like Leon, 1, 2.
Yeah.
But the if you look closely, you see all his friends of the system saying Leon, and I was like, poor guy, because you
Yeah.
see
Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie and Brian like, and that's at the same time it's wonderful. It shows everything TNA is about. So we can talk about Slammiversary a long time, but in
For sure.
between this match against Jason Hodge, Cedric Alexander,
Yeah.
because you wanted to face them.
Absolutely.
You have said many times, Casey Navarro, Jason Hodge really are the guys that you like. And here come the match on at Emergence against Cedric Alexander. Once again, a masterpiece.
Thank you.
I soaked in. I'm used to writing. A X division match is always a good match, whatever. Uh, but I was interested by what happened after because Cedric is coming to you, is congratulating you. Great move. And hey, why not doing a team together? It was very interesting. And I was asking myself because TNA announced was about to be tapped the day after. So I saw what people are going to watch next week.
Hmm.
Um, I was like, what the hell is going to happen? And in fact, it's cool because I was expecting something bad. Um, do you feel like you could team up with Cedric and maybe, maybe working working something on a team, doing something with him?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like Cedric is someone that I've watched for the past, I want to say, again, like nearly 10 years, right? I remember watching him and Kota Ibushi from the Cruiserweight Classic back in the day for WWE.
Absolutely.
And that absolutely blew my mind. Like up until then, I'd only really seen like I suppose like classic WWE style of wrestling, and the Cruiserweight Classic was really my first exposure to that different style, which obviously sent me down this rabbit hole. Apart from the X Division, of course, like I'd seen a lot of X Division stuff up to that point, but I'd never seen something like that on WWE, you know what I'm saying, which was a complete game changer for me. Um, so not only like to get to face off with Cedric a couple of times now, the possibility of tagging with him is also super interesting because I think it's safe to say that we definitely earned each other's respect after emergence. And obviously, like I've got my head screwed on. I know I have to focus on the X Division title, and that is most definitely my priority as of right now. But who's to say that me and Cedric don't go on a little tag run? I think it would be fun for us, and I think it'd be fun to watch as well.
And at the same time, because I love the reaction of AJ Styles because uh, you use the size clash.
The Styles Clash, yeah.
On Twitter, he said, it's the Slater's clash. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow. Um, and I also love what he said to you. Um, he said, people like you. Uh, yeah, see, you make people like me love what they do. Uh, it's pretty impressive to be 20 years old and to have someone who is uh, older than me, slightly, saying these words. Do you feel like there was a kind of passing of the torch?
So I feel like that it was a moment that it was obviously a huge moment for me. As far as like passing the torch goes, I feel like that's still kind of to be decided, you know what I mean? I feel like within wrestling there's only really one way that you can really pass the torch. And for me that's a match, you know what I'm saying? Whether that happens this year, next year, or whether it happens at all, is up in the clouds right now. Nobody knows. But you know, the time that AJ took to spend with me at Slammiversary, like having his first time back in TNA, the company that he helped build on his back in the early days, you know what I mean? The fact that he spent his time on his return to, you know, sing my praises is a life-changing moment for me, you know, and even the time we spent together after we were in the ring, I got to chat to him a little bit, you know what I mean? Which was another super cool thing. And then on top of that, like, me kind of being the instigator, I'm poking the bear, you know what I'm saying? I'm using his moves, I'm trying to give him that shout out, trying to kind of have that torch as difficult as it may be. And again, it goes back to it's a testament to how cool of a guy AJ is. And again, give me that time when he doesn't have to of quote tweeting it. And you know, I feel like it went pretty viral. It got like a couple 100,000 views on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok combined. Um, Maybe even close to 1 million across everything combined. But yeah, like the clip went pretty viral. And again, it's something he didn't have to do. which, like I said before, is a testament to AJ, and I think it's a testament to myself as well, and all the work that I'm putting in the X division to make it special. Um, but as far as passing the torch goes, I think there is only one way to truly pass the torch, and I guess we'll see if that passing of the torch happens anytime soon.
I agree. Let's take a look at the future. What's next? I was looking at, um, are you targeting other championships, other records? Because Austin Harris remained the longest X Division champion with 298 days, which means you have to be champion till end of May.
Hmm.
What's next? Do you want being a 10-time, more than a 10-time X Division champion and beat Chris Sabin
Chris Sabin,
record?
yeah.
What's next? How do you envision? Of course, now everything is possible.
Absolutely. And I think that's probably the best way to put it. Like in 2025, anything is possible. And because anything is possible, I want everything and anything that could possibly happen. You know what I mean? I want the world. So whether it's like you say, striving after the longest X Division title reign and breaking that Austin Aries record, or whether it's having the most defenses in a single reign, like everybody talks about being a fighting champion, but I'm definitely up for kind of putting that to the test, you know what I mean? So whether it's those records or breaking the 10-time record, which is super difficult because that's a real longevity game, right? Chris Sabin is obviously a legend for breaking that. So I'm still a long way off of that, but maybe we do go for that. Maybe we do go for that. Or maybe like again, like the X division has a huge history of option C, which is always an option for me,
I was
right?
about
Like if
to say.
exactly, like if nobody else can bring home that world title from Trick and the folks at NXT, maybe it's me that has to step up and try option C, you know what I mean? So again, 2025 is endless possibilities. And I think I'm just excited as you to find out what those possibilities are going to lead to.
And what is cynical is the fact that you are 20. You're 21 next month, which you have already done so much at just 20. And I'm like, damn, I'm 45 and I feel like I've done nothing.
Still young. You're still young, Steph. Come on, you're still
I'm
young.
young at heart, no worries. What can I say? And I hope every 10 months, maybe we'll have an interview and have the time to
I
talk.
hope so. I hope so.
But believe me when I say I just love every match. I watch every match.
Thank you so much.
And every time, yeah, that's great. That's just awesome to. Um, I wish you the best, and I wish you exactly the same that AJ Styles told you. Remain who you are, because
Absolutely.
as long as you are true to yourself, you'll never get lost.